So to kick things off, we got Robert McCall, aka the Hood John Wick, getting ready for a nice day at his. What the fuck? I said. I don't know why it's not working, but he's at his 9 to 5 having a normal day, and he's talking with this guy Ralphie, and he's trained him to become a security guard. But he's eating a tuna sandwich, and he's talking about how it has veggies and shit in it. But who's he trying to fool? We know that's cap. Imagine Raw Wave eating veggies. It's just not gonna happen. But we skip to Bob at a diner, and we see the girl from Kick-Ass, and they're talking about the book that he's reading. But then we skip to another day at the diner, and we see that she's getting a call for a client, and yeah, she's one of those. But then we see the guy is a fucking slob. Like, oh hell nah. I don't blame her at all. I don't care how much money I would be making. If I was her, I would never ever. But of course Bob is observing everything that's going on, and then we see him training Ralphie, and bro, if Denzel was my coach, I would feel damn invincible. Bro always knows how to motivate niggas. But he comes back to the diner and he offers her a meal, and she sits with him, and then we find out her name is Alina. But then we see a damn bruise on her face, so we can just infer that she got them Joey daddies. But we see she's a singer on the side, but she's stuck being a you know what. But then we find out that Bob's ex-wife passed, and the reason he reads books is because his wife was reading through 100 books, so he's trying to finish it out for her. And it's just one of those great Denzel scenes that are in all of his movies. Shit was peak. But while they're walking through the streets, a car pulls up on them, and it's the people that Alina works for, and this nigga slaps the dog shit out of her, all because she got hit by her damn clients. That's some straight bullshit, bruh. How in the hell are you going to hit me because I got hits? Makes no damn sense. But Bob couldn't really do nothing in the moment, but the guy gives Bob his business card after just hitting a girl. Like, what? Is this nigga serious? Who would want anything to do with your business after seeing that? Whatever, I guess. So over the next few days, he's going to the diner, but she's not there. And then we find out that she done got the Chris Brown treatment. You just hate to see her, bro. Like, look at this shit. She did not deserve this at all. It's crazy to think how many women are going through this type of shit. My heart goes out to them, bro. But Bob ends up talking to a girl that works with her, and she explains that a guy hit her and she hit him back, which makes sense of course. And then the guy done snitched to the boss named Slavi, so they did her dirty as hell. But you know Bob couldn't let that shit slide, so he pulled up on them niggas, and I don't know how the hell he got in that room, cause I'm sure there was plenty of security there. But whatever, bro, he got business to handle. So he tries to buy Alina's freedom with $9,800, but they not taking bro serious at all, just straight shit talking him. But Slavi says the freedom will only last for 1 month because she's still young. Shit's disgusting as fuck. Must be the Diddy and R. Kelly headquarters. But Bob was done with the BS, and he got straight to work. He says 16 seconds and he started the watch, and after that shit happens, you know he's about to cook. It's just like Jack saying, you probably shouldn't have done that. But he hit this dude with a right, broke his arm, and used his gun to shoot Slavi, and then he grabbed a shot glass and drove it in this nigga's eye. Like, bro, this shit just started. He's already moving crazy. But then he grabs bro's knife and stabs him with it, then blocked and slit his throat with some damn quickness, and then slammed him on the table. This nigga is already insane. But then he went back to the other dude and stabbed him in the stomach and then the neck, sending him to a Vaughn concert. But then he weaves, then grabs some corkscrews and used them shits like some brass knuckles, tearing this nigga up. Bro stood no chance at all. Bro got done so dirty. But Bob cooked all these niggas in 19 seconds, bro. That's older than what Drake wants. Who is this demon? But put in the comments right now who you got, John Wick or Robert McCall. I think I'm gonna have to go with my guy Bob, because he just too smooth with it. But Slavi is still alive and he starts giving bro a science lesson on how cooked he is. He will be meeting Epstein down there somewhere. But he apologizes to his wife and gets back to his regularly scheduled program. And then we find out that Ralphie made his weight. I'm proud of bro. He's doing good for himself, unlike Dave Blunt. But then we cut to this guy named Teddy, and he's looking at all the bodies that Bob cooked, so he's trying to find out who the hell did this. But he's explaining that he's the guy that they send in when there's trouble with the business, and that the head guy's name is Mr. Pushkin. But then we got Hopper over here thinking that he's hard, but Teddy shut that shit down quick as hell. You're not him, buddy. But then we find out that Ralphie quit his job because his mom's restaurant got burned, so now he has to help out. And then Teddy and Hopper pull up on this guy John about the murders, and he's just shit talking them, so Teddy rocks his shit, pause, and Hopper takes out the guards, and then Teddy Teddy just started welling on bro. Nigga was just getting straight fried. Gave him the invincible treatment. And I shit you not, he only did this shit to send a message. This nigga is crazy. So we see that the people that burned down the restaurant are some damn cops. Like, bro, what? But Bob wasn't letting that shit slide, so he throws bro into the wall, then rocks the other guy and sent him to the ground, and then pistol whipped the other dude. Gave them some mean CTE. Gonna have them speaking Antonio Brown's language soon. On some I know she keeps it hairy type timing. But Bob made them return all the money to everybody they stole from, or they would get outed, and of course they listened like some good little boys. So Ralphie was able to come back to work. But then we cut to Teddy talking to the girl that was close to Alina, and he finds out that she lied to him earlier about knowing her. So she's on some snitch 9 timing, telling him about meeting Bob at the hospital. So I kid you not, he fucking chokes her out. It's an evil world we live in. But we see that my guy Ralphie passed his security guard test. Good shit, bro. But while Bob is at work, this guy is trying to rob the cash register, but he also wants this lady's ring. So Bob was about to go to work, but he's in a public store, so he gotta save it for another time. So he gives him the ring, but he follows bro out the store and sees his license plate number, and then he grabs a fucking sledgehammer like he's Triple H, and we already know what that shit means. But we cut back to Teddy seeing that Bob is the main suspect, but then we see that the lady got her ring back, and then we see Bob wiping the blood off of the sledgehammer. My nigga, making the city a better place. But he gets a knock at the door, and it's Teddy acting like he's a cop, and he's asking about the murders that took place and what he was doing there. But Bob was just yapping and lying his ass off. But Teddy pulls out a pic of Alina's friend packed up, and then he says that she fell down and broke her neck. Like, come on, are you serious right now, bro? But Bob lies about knowing her, so they just start following him around, but they think this nigga is just a regular ass dude. But Teddy knew something was up, so he cuts to Bob at the diner, and he sees this guy that looks like he just got off his bruh, what the fuck? Okay, got off work, but his hands are too damn clean to have worked on a power line. So bro pulls out the pole and Bob starts to watch, so you know it's time to cook. But then a truck just conveniently stops in the way of Teddy watching, so Bob hits him with the book, hits the gun away, slammed him on the table and broke his neck. Do you see how fast he's doing this shit? Like, this is actually insane. Who the fuck was he working for? Shield? But he cuts the power line out and he starts taking pictures of Teddy and Hopper, so they start chasing him down, but it ain't that easy. So Bob sneaks this dude with a damn crowbar, and then we see that these guys are cops, but they try to follow Bob back to his house, but he's at a different crib chilling just watching them. But he tries to throw them off with a fake trip to Mexico, but Teddy knew that shit was cap. So he cuts to Bob at his old friend Susan's house trying to get intel on Teddy, but then we find out that Bob faked his death. Hey, I guess bro's gotta do what he's gotta do. But he learns about the business that the Russians are running and that Teddy is a mean KD farmer. But then he pulls up to Hopper's crib and slams him into the car, blocks, hits him in the gut like Goku did Frieza, and then hit him with a mean hook, sending him into the car, and then kicked him in the face. Like, damn! Come on, Bob, why you doing my guy a Hopper like that? Can't be that bad, bro.
His grandpa's a Vietnam veteran. He goes shopping inside Walmart. I want y'all to run up behind him and pop a balloon in his ear.
But he handcuffs him to the wheel and starts the engine, but he got the car exhaust going back into the car, so he's about to make it look like he offed himself. Oh nah, this is some nasty ass work. But he's trying to get intel about Pushkin, but before he could say anything, he put the window back up to send a message that ain't shit sweet. This nigga is too cold, bro. He's out here moving like 2016 Curry. The nigga cannot be stopped. But Hopper is trying to act tough, but Bob ain't playing games, so bro got the chirping. I mean, shit, he better have. Ain't no reason to go out like that for this bullshit. But Bob and Hopper pull up on this guy named Andre, and they're trying to get him to shut down his location, but he ain't listen to a word they saying, so he tries to up pull on Bob, but we all know what happens here. Aura. That's all I can say. Straight aura. But Bob tells them to all lay down and put the straps away, or he's gonna take his kid having ability away. Shit's just crazy, bro. But of course he gave in, and then Bob gave all the women that work there the money that the mob made, and he made Hopper turn himself in and give him the hard drive of what the Russians are doing. This man is doing more work in some weeks than the police have done the entire time. Like, bro is just insane. But we see that Teddy sends a guy to find Bob, but on that cue, he casually pulls up and he already already packed that nigga up. Like,
God.
I don't care. I'm glazing. This just might be the coldest nigga of all time. Like, what else can I say, bro?
Oh my god, bro. Is dick riding all you do?
But Bob tells Teddy that either he tells Pushkin to shut down the operation or he's gonna take that shit down himself. He's so tough, bro. He's looking these niggas dead in the eyes and telling them what he's gonna do, and he's standing on that shit 10 toes down. So from the drive he got from Hopper, he sees all the money, crooked cops, and all the women that the mob are dealing with, and then he sent that shit to the cops. And then he sees a shipping freighter with $400 million worth of oil. That's 19,000 tons. That's half a raw wave. But then he gets to the freighter and fucking blows that shit up. And of course we gotta get the cool action shot. But hey, my nigga Denzel looks too damn tough, so it is well deserved. But we gotta realize, bro, this is just one guy doing all of this. This nigga is crazy. But Pushkin is pissed, so Teddy got a group of people and they're pulling up to where he works, and they're gonna murk everyone there unless Bob pulls up in record timing. But he's a real nigga, so you know he about to save everyone there. So Bob gets there in no time, and he pulls up like he's damn Batman, but he easily packed this dude up light work, no reaction. And then a guard sees Ralphie, but that was some bait, cause Bob bops bro in the head with a fire extinguisher and then knocks him the fuck out. But then he tells Ralphie to get everyone out while he takes care of the mob. So he cuts the lights out and locks them all in the store, and he starts setting up some damn jigsaw traps, cause this dude got hung by some damn barbed wire. Like, what the fuck? And then Bob is just staring him down like, do you see this nigga? Like I said, he's just him. But another guard sees the dude hung up, and then Bob shoots a fucking harpoon in his neck. Like, my lord, he's doing these niggas so dirty. But Teddy catches him lacking, but he luckily got away, and he branded himself like a Kappa to stop the bleeding. A damn warrior, bruh. But he set a trap for a guard and stuck a drill to his head. Turned that nigga's brain straight to mush. This must be how Chandler Jones feels. But Bob catches the big dude lacking, stabbing him in the shoulder, and they got to tussling like DDG and Haley. My fault, bruh. But Bob got hit with a left, but slammed his head into the mirror, gonna give him Mayweather levels of reading soon. But the guard hit him in the thigh, but Bob started stabbing bro up. But he was low-key eating them shits, cause he pushed him into the wall, then slammed him to the ground, and he started smashing bro. Pause. And then he tried to stab him, but that don't work. So Bob started sliding his face across the glass, but the guard got the upper hand and tried to grab the knife, but Bob caught him lacking and stabbed him in the neck. But while bro was resting, Ralphie grabbed him, but he almost got sent to a Biggie Smalls concert. You can't just be touching niggas. At least say something first. But Ralphie gets shot, but he's a dog. So Bob tells him to get to the breaker box to turn the power on, and this guard gets blown up like a SpongeBob character. But the sprinklers get set off, and Teddy was about to pack my guy Ralphie up, but Bob came in like a fucking G with a damn nail gun, and he's just lighting this nigga up. He stood no chance at all. And then we get this cold ass shot. Like, bro, look at this shit. Absolute cinema. But Bob said nah.
That's not enough.
And fucking domes, bro. But then he just walks out because the job's not finished. And I shit you not, this nigga pulls up to Moscow and spawns in Pushkin's bathroom. What the fuck? How did this nigga do this shit, bro? But he's telling him he's about to put it into his business. But Pushkin ain't taking him serious. So Bob teleports out the room like Batman again. So Pushkin comes out and tries to call for his guards. But then he gets fucking electrocuted. Like, bro, this nigga is the definition of standing on straight business. But then while he's walking out of the mansion, we see all of the guys that he murked on the way there. Like, come on. Nothing needs to be said anymore, bro. He's just that guy. I don't know what else to say. But we see Alina again, and she's doing so much better. Like, bro, you love to see it. But she said while she was in the hospital, there was this envelope with almost 10K in it. So we know it's that $9,800 from earlier. And he didn't take no damn credit for it. Like, this nigga is so inspirational, bro. Well, aside from the mass murder, but hey, we'll let that slide. But if you enjoyed this vid, hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. But that's all I got for today. Peace.